Hello, 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 hello. What's happening? What's happening? Let me get myself situated over here. Let's see. What's happening, everybody? What's happening? What's happening, y'all? Come on in. Come on in. About to get this show started. About to get this show started. What's up, Josh? See you in the building. What's happening? What's happening? So, you know what I'm saying? We got a special guest coming in tonight, man, Mr. Mitchell, Ron Mitchell, uh, founder of Unity Over Violence, second annual charity drive. You know what I'm saying? What's up, Paula? What's up, Paula? God damn, ain't seen you in a minute, man. You know what I'm saying? You don't fuck with your boy no more. What's up, Marsha? Look, man, you know what I'm saying? This is the place to be. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know what it is, man. Mr. Live at 5, you know what I'm saying? But I came on tonight because there's gonna be some shit talking tonight, man. I'm hoping my boy pop on, man, cause you know what it is. You know what it is. And you know what I'm saying? Undisputed champ in the building. Undisputed champ in the building. You know what I'm saying? I'm 1-0. You know what I'm saying? Paula, man, you don't be working at night, do you? Look, hey, first off, Crystal, you know what I'm saying? You a trader anyway, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't even come through and fuck with your boy, man. Already, shot south in the building. You know what I'm saying? My boy Smooth in the building. The coolest goatee, beard, mohawk combo in America. Ground biker build off coming through. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, I'm telling you, man, it's too many names in this game. You know what I'm saying? I keep trying to tell y'all, this is what I do. Around the clock. Y'all come on in, come on in, come on in. You know what I'm saying? We got some pretty interesting topic tonight. You know what I'm saying? First, you know what I'm saying? Thank everybody for tuning in. You know what I'm saying? Uh, I made a post earlier today, and it illustrated, you know, a couple getting married, you know, going through the motion, having kids. Let's see, man, how the dude ain't got the link? So it showed a guy going through the motions, a couple going through the motions. Let's see. Let me send so my mans can get in. Because obviously they delete their comments and shit. Nah, you know what, Josh, man, it's alive at 5, bro. But I'm finally getting things situated where I can actually, you know, have some content, bro. Like the shit that been going on been so crazy. I just been kind of like staying away from it. You know what I'm saying? I've been kind of staying kind of, you know what I'm saying. I did want to talk about that. You know what I'm saying. Ron, I'm gonna bring you in just a minute. You know what I'm saying. So, what's up, Daddy? Look, so basically, what the Live at 5, man, is a staple. You know what I'm saying. But again, I can't do it without my boy. You know what I'm saying. Got to have my boy in the building. So, without further ado, I want to bring my man's Ron Mitchell on, and we gonna get this thing going, man, with this live, uh, especially talking about Unity Over Violence second annual charity drive. You know what I'm
Second annual.
second annual, bro.
Hey man,
That
second
mean
annual.
we already had one, and this is the
That
second one.
mean that mean we made it to the second one. You know how hard that is?
Man,
You know
hey,
how hard it is to make it to the second one, man.
you know what?
I'm just
It ain't hard. I ain't gonna even lie and say it's hard, but it ain't hard to make it to the second one. We just got to be diligent. and moving forward. You know what I'm saying? And don't let these naysayers and negative Nancy's
Mhm.
hold us back. So,
Man.
just in case you wondering why I got the crown on, you know what I'm saying? It's gonna be a whole bunch of shit talking behind this little thing right here. You know what I'm saying? Cause
What's
I'm
that
the
right
champ.
there?
Cause I'm the champ. You know what I'm saying? And look, if y'all didn't know, I'm the burger champ. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah,
Champion.
yeah, 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 yeah. You
That's
won that
21.
last year, huh?
You know what I'm saying? AKA the Burger King in this building. You know what I mean?
Say man, say
So,
man. I hate to tell you, but I'm gonna have my boy LeBaron Walker there this year, and he
man, let
gonna
me
have
tell
his
you
pit.
something, bro. Let me tell you something.
LeBaron and JD gonna be there with their pit, man.
Look, man, let me tell you something, bro. If they ain't look, if they ain't giving it away, right? If they first off, if they ain't giving away, I don't even want them on the parking lot. Okay,
They giving
that's
away.
first off.
They
That's
giving
the
away.
first thing, right? The second thing, if they food tastes like what they driving, they ain't welcome on the lot. Your food can't taste like what you're driving.
Oh
And
man.
ain't no more all being friendly, man. I'm pulling the guns out and I'm handling my business when it come to this show.
So
I,
if somebody pull up in a Cutlass, they food can't taste like a Cutlass, huh?
man, if they pull up in the Cutlass, they better have a Whataburger sack in their front seat. That's all I'm gonna tell you. That's all I'm gonna tell you. I ain't taking no
Hey, they can
starts
cheat.
or no losses this year.
Say they can
Hey,
cheat and go to Lisa's Chicken.
hey, you can't pull up. You can't pull up. You can't pull up unless you pull up. You know what I'm talking about?
Right, right.
But I'll be as a side though. I'll be as a side, man. Look, it's for a good cause, man. Looking forward to everybody showing up, everybody coming out. The address and all that'll be uh posted and everything. But I wanted to bring Ron back on this evening, man, so that we can further get to the business of why we doing this. And you know what I'm saying, Ron and I continue to have conversations, you know what I'm saying, to continue to help the youth. So
Right.
this is not just a biker event, you know what I'm saying? We're gonna start it a couple of hours early so we can get the kids involved. You know what I'm saying? We have to be, you know what I'm saying, responsible at this particular juncture in our life. You know what I'm saying? Because this is for the kids and it's about the kids. So
Man,
we gotta
definitely.
make sure
They
that we
first and foremost.
yeah, we want to make sure that we get them taken care of. But if you are on a motorcycle that day, you are more than welcome to come early. You know what I'm saying? Meet the kids. You know what I'm saying? Let's make some change in our neighborhood. You know what I'm saying? This is the whole reason why I named this show outside of my neighborhood because we want to reach people everywhere. You know what I'm saying? Not
Right,
just locally. Maybe we'll have,
right.
maybe we'll have a unity over violence. You know, in another city, state. You know what I'm saying? Country. You know what I'm talking about?
Man, hey, that vision fine for me, brother.
You know what I'm saying?
That vision fine for me, man. I know we finna get started, but man, real quick, I wanted to say a special prayer for that little young brother that's on top of the bridge on 35.
Man,
Man, little brother was must have been going through something, and he decided he might want to take his life. I don't know if they got him down or not, but I tell you this, it's a lot of little brothers like that out there. And I just want to say to you, don't give up. Don't throw in the towel. Do not take your life. Take the time out to talk to someone. Give someone a call. If you want to give Unity Over Violence a call, our telephone number is 817-600-7116. You have to speak with someone. You can't take your own life. Don't do it. Speak to someone. Get some help. You know, we understand stuff get tough out there and life happens, but you got to take the initiative to help yourself. Do not take your life. So we're praying for that little dude, man.
yeah. Any word on like who he is, like how old is he? You know what I'm saying?
I had a young lady I talked to, and she said that was her friend, and I know she's probably in her 30s, you know, so he got to be around 31, 32. And he got some kids, and she was saying something about his kids, so evidently he got kids, and that's enough reason for him to live right there. You know, whatever it is, it can't be that bad.
Right.
And I'm not gonna throw this mental health out there. Everything ain't mental health. Some things is problems with life. Life is tough, man. It's tough out here, and just because we take for granted that we are thick skinned and we can handle stuff, but it's people out there that just get too tough for. And I don't advise them to take their life. I advise them to rethink it because life happens, but you can get through it.
Hmm.
And you got to stay prayed up and stay strong and stay rooted in your family, your kids, and be here for them. So
Right.
like, taking your life is never an option.
What's going on, DeMarcus? Welcome, DeMarcus, to the show. You know what I'm saying? We talking to Ron Mitchell, man. Unity over violence, man. Found Unity over violence, man, here in the Fort Worth area, Tarrant County. You know what I'm saying? The state of Texas, the United
Yes,
States.
sir.
You
All
know what I'm
over.
saying? We trying to touch everybody
One of these days we're gonna be national. We're gonna be national with this. We're gonna take it.
worldwide, man.
We're gonna
National,
take this
national, and man, we don't even want national. If that's what we
worldwide.
got to start, that's fine. I think we national now. I think we national now because we reaching people all over this country. You know
Right.
what I'm saying? Let's go worldwide.
Let's go
That's where we
worldwide
need to be.
then.
We need to be worldwide.
If we need to be in Cambodia talking about unity over violence, then let's do it.
On
Wherever
the
we
cool.
can take it.
On the cool.
Ukraine, we can take it to wherever we can take it to and say unity
I
over
don't
violence.
know if we want to
And
mention.
man,
I don't know if we need to mention Ukraine or Russia.
yeah, they need some unity over violence, with Russia and free Brittany Griner. They got to let her go, man. They need to let her go, man. She's a prisoner
Yeah,
of
man.
war. I think she was in the wrong place at the wrong time. Maybe she
Casualty.
did have a cartridge. Maybe she didn't. But either way, I think they taking it so far, man. They're gonna get this girl a trial Friday, man. They might find her guilty, then the U.S. got to bargain for her release.
Bro,
They
40
got to
years.
negotiate.
40 years. And they said
Dang.
only less than 1% gets off.
Yeah, 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 yeah. And she got double strikes against her. They don't like gay people in Russia. They
Mm,
hate them. They despise them. So she got two strikes against her. She committed a crime, and her other crime is that she's gay. So they despise her, and I'm sorry for her, and I hate that. That should never be an issue with anyone, because I'm not. I always speak against. It's not against gay. It's against any issue that
right.
will cause somebody not to be able to be human and enjoy life, and
Right.
and that
Listen,
goes for anybody, whether you're a girl, boy, a dog, whatever you are. You need to be able to enjoy life. So
and this is the
free
whole
Britney.
thing, Ron, for me, man. It's what these people, say, well, I identify. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't matter what you identify as. You were born into this world to be productive. You know what I'm saying? Man, woman, animal, you know what I'm saying? You were brought on this world to be productive, regardless of what that situation was. But we like to have labels, you know what I'm saying? And those labels is what keeps us separated. You
Right.
know what I'm saying? So once we start taking the labels off of things, man, we start to make those uh we start to make better decisions, essentially, in my opinion. I think once we start reaching those labels, man, now all of a sudden we have to hold ourselves to a certain accountability. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
let's get rid of these labels, man, and just create this whole unity. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah.
And I think that's the only way
And
we're gonna
I
be able to do
like
it.
I said on the last podcast, I told you why I chose unity, because I told you in history, if you look back in history, uh, anytime we were unified, we were successful.
Right.
The most recent thing that happened when you seen a unity, and I tell everybody, the revolution happened and we missed it. Because some of us didn't want to leave the house because of COVID, and when George Floyd had that knee on his neck, uh, we seen it happen, and we seen unify because we seen people of all races, creed, and color who said, "Hey, that's not right,"
Right.
and everybody was on one accord to make sure that that officer charges was pressed on him and he was put in prison for the crime he committed against Mr. Floyd. Unity has always got us through. When we unified to walk across that bridge, unified years ago when when people were killed, we unified across America plenty times during history, and it always worked. And we choose that over violence. We never want violence. Violence has plagued our community for years.
Right.
That's the worst downfall is killing kids, killing other kids, or people killing other people. And you can't say black on black crime or white on white crime. Everybody got the equal amount of crime.
Right.
And that's a lie. That's a lie if you say one race has more crime on each other than the other. People kill other people. That's
Period.
violence. And
Right.
we need that to be gone. We need, and how we do that is doing our part, and unity over violence part is making sure that they got the proper education. One first and foremost, making sure they got skills out there in the community so they can go to work.
Right.
A lot of people, when they're not in work and they don't have money in their pocket or in the bank, yeah, I'd be a little angry too. And for the kids, we want to make sure they have jobs. A lot of kids run the streets, but I guarantee you, if you tell them you're gonna put some money in their pocket, they'll want to come out them streets and do something with their life positive. So that's why we offer jobs, and we get them jobs at different places that are fun. We don't put them in there frying fish unless they want to fry fish. But other than that, we got them at Dickies Arena, Six Flags, all the fun places they can go to work and still make some money.
Well, I
And
mean,
truth be told,
being a cook ain't a bad situation, especially
being a
nowadays
cook
with
ain't a
all the
bad
shows about
situation, but
cooking.
they
You
don't.
know what I mean?
Yeah, kids don't choose that no more, D. They don't choose cook. Very few. I had some come in there for interview and said they wanted to be a cook, and I was applauded them. But very few choose the stuff we did when we was little.
Right.
I worked at Burger King, Pizza Hut, and Taco Bueno
Never
over there on
worked it.
Brentwood
I've
Star.
never worked in fast food, bro.
I worked at all of them butt
I've
puppies in high
never
school.
worked it, bro. I've always once I started working. Now I worked in grocery stores. I've always been like with my hands. You know what I'm saying? So remember Rose
Hmm.
Auto Glass. I used to replace windshields, door glasses, and do state inspections. So
Yeah.
I was always in the mix trying to do, mechanical type of shit. You know what I'm saying? So
Hey,
it
man, I didn't
wasn't
know you
until
worked at Rose Auto Glass,
man,
man.
look, bro, I'm on some real. Hey, look, bro, I'm gonna tell you something, and it's amazing that we're having this conversation and talking about this because I was working there when he got murdered.
Wow.
Yeah, I was
And,
working,
and guess what? And guess what? I was living down the street on Hughes Street by the railroad track. Me
bro.
and Kevin White used to walk to the park and play basketball. Me and Kevin, Larry White's brother, we used to go play basketball every day. But Rose Auto Glass was on the corner of Hughes Street and Rosedale. I live right by the railroad track. I remember when all that happened.
Man,
So
it's
yeah,
crazy, bro.
it's
So, you
it's
know what I'm
crazy.
saying? And there's just so many people that you and I have had conversations with and have
Hmm.
dealt with throughout the years. You know what I'm saying? You know how we got the name for Murder Work, you know what I'm saying? Late 80s,
Right.
early 90s. And now we starting to see that same trend, you know what I'm saying,
Right.
in the 20s. Yeah, I mean, like, just
Looking
think
at the
about this,
numbers.
bro. In a few years, bro, I seen this post and it fucked me up. But in a few years, bro, the
Hmm.
80s will be 50 years old. Think about that.
Hmm.
We got people that we knew died over 40 years ago.
Hmm.
That's
Yep.
bananas. I never
Yep.
in my righteous mind would have thought, you know what I'm saying, that I'll be having these
Yep.
conversations because we never thought past where we were.
Yep.
You know what I mean? So it's a trip to be able to say, hey man, look, man, bro, 30 years ago, 40 years ago, this happened, blah, blah, blah. But we are here to be able to translate that into conversation for the younger
Hmm.
generation. Now, will they do
Yeah.
what we did? Ignore us. You know what I'm saying? Will
Right.
they take it upon themselves and say, hey, I don't need you. I got this figured out because it's the
Hmm.
age of the internet, the age of the computer. You
Right.
know what I'm saying? All the
Right.
information that we had to research. All the information they need, they can pick up their phone and just say it, and it's on there immediately.
Hmm.
So,
Hmm.
what you're doing, bringing the youth taking what you had 30, 40 years ago and reinventing it for the youth of today. It's basically what
Yeah.
we did because we had the connection center, the working connection. You know what I'm
The
saying?
work connection.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
The
And that's
summer,
what
the
I feel
summer,
that
the
you are.
summer program where you could work and get a check at the end of the summer in
Yes.
high school. Yeah. Yeah. I'm
So,
just trying to create a way for the kids, man. It's sad that now our murder numbers are worse now than they was in 1990 when we was the murder cap 93 when we was murder capital of the world. The numbers are worse now. The only reason we're not the murder capital is because there's some places with more crime than us, and that's Chicago, and Memphis, and somewhere else. They
mhm.
got more crime than us. That's the only
But
reason
you
we're
know
not,
what? But
being
but check it out
looked
though,
at like
bro.
that.
But see, it's per capita now.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? Like they judge the shit by population. You got
Mhm.
100,000 people and 1,000 people get murdered. You know what I'm saying? And you got another 900 people and 1,000 people get murdered. Yeah, that
Mhm.
number is going to be higher
It's
because
gonna
of the
be greater.
population.
Yeah. Greater percentage. Yeah.
You know,
Yeah. And it don't. You know what? One murder is too many. Just one person getting murdered is too many, and we have to make sure that we all do our part. And let me tell you something. What I've seen, so many great programs out there
mhm,
doing their part, and people are trying. People out here grinding to try to make this a better city and make our youth be able to live. And truth be told, like you said, when we was little, we was them. And we didn't want to listen to nobody. We
right,
didn't want to listen to nobody, and they took what we did and they did it times two. So they surely are going to be harder to reach than we was,
right,
and that's a proven fact. That we have to keep on trying. We have to keep on trying so they don't kill one another, and we have to keep on trying so they don't sit on the bridge like that young man today and try to take his life because he's seen no other way. Evidently, he's seen no other hope.
right.
Evidently, he's seen nothing out there for him, and that's not the truth. There's a lot out there to live for.
So
There's a lot to live for.
let me ask you this, Ron, based on this. If I wanted to kill myself, right? I'm not gonna ask for permission, right? I'm gonna do it.
Right.
Maybe him on that bridge is a cry for help. I don't
Mm-hmm.
want. Look, man. This is how far I'm willing to go, but I don't want
Mm-hmm.
to do it. Can somebody please help me?
Mm-hmm.
And I think
Mm-hmm.
that's where we get lost in saying, hey, man, look,
Mm-hmm.
it's not the end of the world. But
Mm-hmm.
if you gonna and you ain't if somebody want to kill himself, you ain't gonna stop him. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
the
stop.
dude just gonna climb up on the bridge, jump off, and that's it. But see, the
That's it.
crazy part about that is he not only ruins his life, but he ruins everybody
Mm-hmm.
else that witnesses it. Whatever car he
Mm-hmm.
falls on top of. I mean, it's so many more. It's not just you, bro. You know what I mean? It's not
Mm-hmm.
just about you at this particular point in time. But if you're asking for help, please ask for help before it
Yes.
gets that far.
And if y'all know him, if anybody on this podcast know that young man, when he come down off that bridge, and I'm gonna say when he's gonna come down off that bridge because we have been praying for him. When he come down off that bridge, y'all can send him to me. I want to make sure he got a job. I want to make sure he got everything he need in school. I want to make sure he has somewhere to live and all those necessities. I want to be able to help him with the resources that I know of so he can get back on his feet if that's what he's worried about. We don't want him to be worried about that and attempt to take his life. So if you know who he is and you're on this podcast and when he comes down, y'all give him my phone number. Y'all give him my phone number, what I just said on the podcast, 817-600-7116, because I want to talk to him. I want to talk to him. I want to encourage him and let him know he don't have to do that. He don't have to do that. And that's just troubling for me. We deal with kids all the time, and I just don't want to imagine a child thinking that this is the only resolution right here is for me to jump. And you're right. They said before he left the house, he was videoing saying, "I'm headed to the bridge." That is a cry out for help. Sitting on that bridge, as long as he been up there, is a cry out for help. He's just waiting for somebody to tell him the right thing. But you know what? He did get his point across. Come down off that bridge, young man. Don't jump.
Right.
Because and I understand you trying to get your point across. You never know what it was, but whatever it is, ain't worth your life. Come down off that bridge. We got to help these kids. We don't want these kids to get to this point. It's hard out there, and these kids, some of them, it just get too much. It get overwhelming for them,
Right.
and they get overwhelming for adults. So, if it get overwhelming for adults, just imagine it's worse for kids. So we have to keep on doing what we doing, so we can make sure that each and every child, let them know that there's more to life. It's something out there that they can do. It's more resources. It's everything is out there, and you can make it.
And look, man, Hustle, I don't know if you still on here, man. If you are, man, give me a thumbs up if you're still on here because I want to talk to you. But Hustler was looking for someone, you know what I'm saying, to help serve burgers. You know what I'm saying, to make a little money. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
It's like there's so many people out here that's willing to help, and so many people out here that need help. You know what I'm saying? So when you have those types of resources that you have access to, people just want to stay away from them. You know what I'm saying? And I say this
Hmm.
all the time, and I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say this, Ron, man, and I don't care who I piss off at this particular point in time, bro. But we don't share this information. We don't share this information. We'll get it. We'll sit here and listen to it, but we don't share this information because you know why? It's not funny. It's not entertaining. It's not dramatic. That's the only information that we share. That's
Yeah.
stupid shit. You know what I'm saying? This is the
Yeah.
information that we need to share. You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah.
now we'll get on this motherfucker. We'll see two people rapping about something. What these niggas talk about? And then and 2 minutes later, because your attention span is that of a butterfly, you decide that you want to move
Hmm.
on. It don't make
Hmm.
sense for you to come on, not get this information, and not share this fucking information. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
that frustrates me because it's not that I'm sitting up here trying to make a name for myself. I'm trying to create a spot that like people such as yourself can come on and have a conversation so that we can talk
Hmm.
about these things. So that somebody that's going through that dude ain't had to go on that bridge. Maybe somebody on this panel just like yourself want to talk to this guy. This is
Yeah.
what this is for. But we won't share this information. We'll give it 38 seconds. 38
Yeah.
seconds. And guess what? We done with
Hmm.
it. Because it's
Right.
not appealing to us. It doesn't apply to us. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna tell you something, bro. I lost a family member in a horrific way. You know what I'm saying? And it didn't
Hmm.
touch home until it happened to me. You get what I'm saying? I see people houses burn up all the fucking time on the news, but it didn't affect me. But as soon as it happened to me, my people came around me. But it was a traumatic situation, and we don't understand what the traumatic situation is until it
Hmm.
involves us, until it involves our family. But if we don't get this
Hmm.
information out, then who are we? We further perpetuating that bullshit propaganda that they want us to learn any fucking way. You know what I'm saying? They don't
Hmm.
want us to be united. But I'll be damned if I
No.
sit here and have this platform and not have you on. Better yet, not get behind you. When I know that there's
Yeah.
people a lot bigger than me that can support you and they refuse to.
Yeah. And I tell you what, D, unity is an easy word to say, but it's a hard thing to accomplish. I say that again. Unity is an easy word to say, but the hardest thing in the world to accomplish. And I have to speak for myself. It's some things that me personally as a person would have to do and is willing to do to make sure that we form unity. You got people that probably have wronged you. You got people that probably talk behind your back. You got people that probably did some underhanded to you. You have to be willing to forgive those people if you're going to get unity. You have to be willing to get past that right there. And some people just ain't willing to do that. And if you're not willing to do that, you'll never get what you're looking for. It's like some of the people that pray out here and they pray for stuff like that, but they're not a peaceful person.
Right.
When you ask for these things, you have to make sure that your closet is clean too. And that means you have to give up some of the things that you're upset about. Look, truth be, I tell myself now, it don't even matter. Like whatever you're angry at or whatever you're mad at, it don't even matter.
Mm-hmm.
And come and the realization is that the only thing that matter to me is, hey, my children, my family, and these kids out here in this street. That's what really matters to me. And I come to the conclusion that unless you're talking about that, I don't want to talk about it.
Right.
I want to discuss that. That's my discussion. I used to want to talk about cars and motorcycles,
Hmm.
but now I just want to talk about helping these kids.
Right. But let
That's
me
a real
let
conversation for me.
look let me jump on the sidebar real quick, bro, cause I I don't want to lose this conversation, but I got my boy CJ Martin on, aka the Hustler, the burger apprentice. You know what I'm saying? And he donating some of his time. You know what I'm saying? I just want
Man,
to let him know that it's going down August the 2nd. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you
CJ
bring
gonna
that.
have them burgers.
Make sure you bring that ragged ass van and them meatloaf
He
burgers. You know
had
what I'm
that
saying?
van, boy. He had
Make sure
that
you
boy
bring that ragged
smoking with
ass
the
van and them
table.
meatloaf burgers and shit. You know what I'm
And
saying?
say,
And it's going
man,
down again.
say,
But no,
man.
honestly, bro, let me tell you something. Let me tell you the positive behind what we did last year. Aside
Mm-hmm,
from being unified as a group of people,
mm-hmm.
this man took that and made it a business.
Man,
This man been grinding.
come on,
Man,
man.
say, man, look, let me tell you something. I'm on here high siding with this crown and shit, but that dude is the real MVP, man, because he turned whatever that loss was into a positive,
Uh-huh.
and this man is making money. You know what I'm saying? He done bought a trailer, he done bought trucks, he done bought everything. This man is living the dream behind
Say,
losing a competition in a parking lot, bro. So this
yeah.
is why I say to you guys, when you can turn something, it wasn't even supposed to be as big as it was, but it was. And this man has
Mm-hmm,
benefited from that moving forward.
mm-hmm.
So to that I say, I'm sitting here with a crown on my head, high siding about having a belt, but this man has made a living off of this shit. You know what I'm saying? So I
Right.
want to salute you, bro. You know what I'm saying? Give you your flowers while
Man,
you're here, man.
salute to
You did your
CJ,
thing,
man.
bro. You know what I'm saying?
Say,
So
man, let me tell you something. He was a bunch of fun out there, too. Say, man, he had a bunch of
he
fun. You
had to be
wouldn't
a
know
bunch of
whether he
fun. He
won or
couldn't cook no
lost.
hamburger. Shit.
CJ had so much fun, man. This talk about CJ Hamburger. It was good. I think I had one of CJ burgers. It was good, man. CJ
Man,
was out there
hey,
having fun.
go
Had the
tell the truth.
van doors kicked
Go
open.
tell the truth. You got sick when you got home, didn't you? You threw up a little bit in
Say,
your mouth.
man,
Hey,
no,
tell
man.
you threw up a little bit in your mouth.
Tell CJ. Tell CJ to bring that van back out, man. Bring the van, man. It won't be right if he ain't got the van out there
Hey,
with the little table in the middle of that boy
look,
with the
pull
wall to
up
wall
playing
carpet.
Rocky. Pull up playing Rocky. We gonna send your ass home with that shit. Don't you come out here playing Rocky no more. You know what I'm saying?
Hey,
You better
man.
pick another song.
Come on out there playing Rocky, man. Come on out there playing Sylvester Stallone.
Look, and
Come on out there.
we gonna try to have two dunk tanks out of there. We're gonna try to have two dunk
Uh-oh.
tanks out, and you know what I'm saying. Y'all see what happened last year? We raised the money
Hey,
and
bro,
called.
we scooting the line back to this year. We scooting
Now
that
you ain't
line
now
back
you
this
how you
year.
gonna scoot the linebacker? You the one that first started
We
cheating.
scooting the line back. People got to pay to scoot that line up. It's gonna cost money to get that close. Everybody else gonna be throwing from Berry.
Yes.
They gonna be
All I'm
throwing from the
saying
middle of
is
Berry.
all I'm saying is this, man. We have to make this event huge. You know what I'm saying? If we're going to be doing this every year, we have to make it bigger and bigger every year to the point where the city wants to get involved. Now, I know that you and I was talking about getting help from the city or lack thereof because in all honesty, you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying, without going too far into it on my side, we don't want to have the stipulations. So we want to make sure that we follow the proper protocol with whatever
right.
paperwork we need, so that
Permits, whatever we need.
so we not fucked up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, so we don't want to owe nobody when it's over. We'll rather pay the little $15 for a permit than them to charge us $300 later.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that ain't no problem. I want to make sure we do it right
And
because I
you
want
said
it to be like
you
you
got
said.
officers that you can probably have on patrol that day just for traffic. You know what
I'm
I'm
gonna
saying?
I'm gonna ask some. I got some guys really. Let me tell you something. Really good officers who will come through there if they can and slide through there and make sure everything's good.
Right.
You know, let me tell you, that's the corner of Berry and Edgewood. You know, it's plenty of kids around there. It's plenty of young children that go to that park down the street. You know, I think it's gonna be big enough to where we can give away enough hot dogs and chips and soda
Hmm.
and stuff like that for them kids. It don't get no better than that. Maybe
Right.
find a bounce house for them to jump up and down in,
Right.
but
So if
whatever,
any
just
any
for
of
the
my
kids.
friends on here that has these types of things that don't mind for one day not making any money off of your bounce house. Now, the dunk tank, I mean, if we get somebody that's able to donate a couple of those for the cause and shit, that's cool. Uh
Popcorn machine.
Popcorn machine, of course, Karika, the owner of Catrice, she'll have those snow cones on blast, you know what I'm saying? So, but
Ooh, the
we
snow
want to,
cones,
yeah.
everything.
But man, we want this to be a big event, man. We want to be able to bring this to the masses. You know what I'm saying? And again, it starts here, and it starts with us. We are the the,
Right,
the malls and pawpaws now. You know what I'm saying? So we have to set this example. You know what I'm saying?
right.
It may be some younger teenage kids that's just really looking, to do something different, and we have to give them something different to look at. You know what I'm saying? And do not get it twisted. There will be, bikers on standby with ready to take care of that business. If people want to
Yeah.
get out of line, you know what I'm saying? We will have, plenty of people there that can help secure this situation. You know what I'm saying? We
Yeah,
want
yeah,
everybody to come out and
definitely.
have fun. This is unity over
This it,
violence.
this unity over violence. We are trying to spread unity. And that's what we're going to intend to do that day. I want them people to come out there. What a better location than right there. People to
Right.
come out there and enjoy themselves and kick up dust and have fun. And we, dunk tanks and we have fun, man. It was so fun last year. My body was sore for 2, 3 days. I mean, and y'all kept dunking me, and I kept hitting that cement. And I said, "Man, I'm 6'4". This ain't right." But it was worth it, man. It was worth it. We was able to pay some unity over violence bills. We was able to get some much needed supplies. We were able to do so much. We stretched that money out so much to make sure. And like I say, it worked. Unity over violence. We still here a year later. We're still in the same office. We still in the same location. We're doing much more than we was at first, especially with the dispatching class, with the mentorship, with the jobs. I mean, we just keep expanding. On my wish list, we expand the first responders when it's a storm or a hurricane or something. I want to be there with a boat feeding people. I want to be a first responder. So it's that's my love right there is first responding. And I want to do that too. Somehow incorporate this in unity over violence.
But I don't think that I don't really believe that you can fail when it comes to what's in your heart. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
There's a lot of
right.
people that just take and want to and do things, but when it's in your heart, you can't get rid of it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because that's been placed there. That's something that's just like you driving a truck. You know what I'm saying? And unless you just incapacitated, there's no way you're not gonna know how to drive a truck. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And that's how it is when you have that on your heart, bro. You're
let
gonna
me
continue
let
to.
me tell you about today. I made a post on Facebook today, and I said, "Hey, we ain't gonna be able to do all the events that we said we was gonna do, like the summit and tour and all that." I said, "But we will do an event where we, give our backpacks and stuff like that." And people reached out to me and they said, "No, don't you cancel no event." Don't what do you need? And them words are what you don't hear all the time. But when I
Mhm.
tell you people reached out, the community reached out, hey man, what you need? What are we trying to do? And let me get this we'll get it taken care of for you. Those type of words. And I'm thankful. Man, I'm thankful that let me know that I'm really headed in the right direction when people call and they say those type of things that let you know that they believe in you and they trust you. And that's a hard thing to earn in the
Man,
neighborhood.
who you tell?
Trust man, and that's a hard thing to earn. So I want to make good on it. I want to show them that I'm gonna make it work with whatever little they give me. I'm gonna make it multiply by just doing things the right way.
Right.
So I'm grateful for them people.
We have to do things the right way. Because if we
Man,
do
you
things
have
the
to.
right way, then we can share that information so that the group behind you can continue the
Right,
legacy. Because that's what you building, bro.
right,
You building a legacy. You know what I mean?
right,
And again, I don't have that amount of time and those amount of resources. So what better way to do that is to get behind you and help you along.
right,
People don't want to help nowadays. They want the spotlight on them. This ain't got
right,
nothing to do with that. Because as soon as you try to gain fame, you lose why you doing this in the first place. That's why the conversation that we had about this whole money situation was even more admirable. You know what I'm saying? Because you didn't take the fame. You took the hard
right,
way. The hard way, don't
right.
nobody want to take the hard way no more. You know what I'm
Don't nobody
saying?
want to take the hard way, and I'm not trying to brag or blow a whistle, but all my life I've been taking the hard way. All my life I done had to take the long way to where I was going.
Hey Sheena.
So it's nothing new for me, like my daddy used to tell me, it builds character. And when you keep going the long way, it won't bother you when you run into an obstacle. You know how to go the long way.
Mm-hmm.
And if you go through it, so be it. If you get to go straight through it, so be it. But if you have to take the long way, you won't get discouraged. And I'm cool with that. I'm cool with that. I understand what I'm chosen to do, and I'm gonna do it to the best of my ability. I got to sometimes I have to close my ears and open my eyes
Mm-hmm.
because you got to keep moving forward regardless of what you hear, and just know what you're looking at in the future and know where you headed. So I know that one day we're gonna have a large organization. I know that one day we're going to have a facility that trains kids in every different area. We're going to have a facility that help mothers with children go to school while they're pregnant. We're going to have a facility that help people find housing. We're going to have a facility to train people in trucking. I see it. I know it's going to happen. I believe it's going to happen, and it's just a matter of when it's going to happen. And I know it is. So
But we gotta
I
share
look forward.
information. We gotta get the information out. Because if we don't get the
Yeah.
information out, then I mean, what are we doing? You know what I mean? It
Right.
we can't keep saying that it takes a village and then the village doesn't show up. You know what I'm saying? The
Right.
village has to show up. And the only way for the village to show up is that to share this information.
Mm-hmm.
Now I get
And
that maybe this time of the night, maybe this time, let's not let's not use what time the show comes on as an excuse not to share the information. Cause guess what?
mm-hmm.
The information is available 24 hours a day. So you don't
Right.
have to watch it when it come on. You can watch it
Right.
tomorrow. You can watch it, the day after tomorrow. You can watch it next week because the information
Right.
is here.
Right.
Now, what I've done is now I was waiting for my authorization. Now I can start broadcasting on YouTube. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
So
that's good,
I'm gonna
man.
be
That's
setting
good.
up. I'm gonna be setting up blasting on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? Because I
Say,
know a lot of
man,
people don't
that's
really get on
good, man.
Facebook.
Congratulations,
You know
bro.
what I'm saying? So I'm telling you, Ron, man, like this is not just, and this is not something that I strive to do growing up. You know what I'm saying? Like this is something that I I found something that I liked, and this is what I want to do.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And
And because this is
yeah.
what I want to do, I have the means and I have the ability to do it. I'm gonna do it. You know what I'm saying? I'm telling
Right.
you, bro, I ain't had no voice growing up, bro. I was square, man.
Hey.
Hey, man. Look, I'm telling you, bro, I said right there in that little room down that one right there in that room, and all I did was play with music, bro. All I did was listen to music. I couldn't go outside
hmm
because I was always on punishment. So shit, that's where I was, and it was
Well,
one of those
you
things, man.
have
And
to
it's,
use your gift.
bro.
You have to
I'm
use it.
telling you,
Use it or
man.
lose it.
I'm telling you, bro.
Use it.
So
You have to use it, bro. If your gift is keeping the conversation going, I repeat, if your gift is keeping the conversation going, that means keeping it fresh on people's mind. You're
you
going to
gotta do
have to
that.
do it. And they'll
Yeah.
listen to you. They'll listen to you because they'll see. Let me tell you something. People reward consistency, and I see you on here week after week, day after day, and you be on this podcast talking. I'm telling you, you
I
do,
don't
because it
care if I'm
alert me
talking
every
to
time.
myself, man. I talk
Hey,
to
it alert
myself.
me when you get on there. Hey, you think ain't nobody looking? They go back and look at it.
Right,
Some
right.
people right now they looking at TV or going to bed, but they go back and look at it.
Yeah.
You know, you got to look at the total views. They go back and look at it. It might
Yeah,
be
well,
10, 11 people.
but see, that's okay. So, speaking of, right, so I get these analysis, right? So, with these
Mhm,
analysis, it tells me like where people are looking from, you know what I'm saying? Uh, bro, do you realize? I'm gonna tell you something. Analysis.
mhm,
People's attention span. The
mhm.
longest that somebody will watch this video is 1 minute and 6 seconds. 1 minute and 6 seconds, and they done with
6
it.
seconds.
That's crazy. Analytics.
Hey, 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 from now on, we're gonna put in the caption, Ron and D finna fight. And we're gonna tell them we're gonna fight. When we get on this boat, we're gonna cuss each
Yeah,
other
yeah.
out when
Hey,
we
but
get
you
on
know
here.
what? You
Hey,
know what? I'm gonna tell you like this. If I put D-Ski and Hustler about to have a burger war, and we high siding and shit. Oh man, the views will jump up because they looking to see what kind of drama that we gonna have between each
yeah,
other. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
But if I bring this man on and I celebrate him and I say, hey, bro,
yeah,
man, I understand what happened, you know what I'm saying, last year, but look what it brought you. You know what I'm saying? Look what it
right,
brought you to. Now, at this particular point in time, everybody know your name. Don't nobody know who the fuck is he? You know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody ever ate
right,
my food. They ain't looking forward to mine. They looking forward to yours. You know what I'm saying? So
right.
that's why I put that on there, man, because we have a responsibility for each other. And if the
Yeah,
younger generation sees this and they say, damn, man, I don't want to wait till I'm an adult to get along with this person.
yeah,
They just gonna squash all the beef and they gonna work this shit out. But I seen another post, man, and the crazy part about I seen another post, and the little girl says, we tell the youth to be friendly, to be kind, play well with others. And what do we do as adults? We do the
right.
exact opposite.
We do the exact opposite.
We do the exact opposite. How are we able to tell somebody what to do and we don't do it ourselves?
Right.
That's why I said to myself, bro, I got tired of lying. I'm tired of
Mm-hmm.
lying, bro. If I say to you, hey, Ron, man, look, man, I don't really fuck with you, bro. I don't really fuck
Mm-hmm.
with you, man. You know what I'm saying? But then I'm all up in your face, kikiing and kakaan. You know what I'm saying? So to avoid all of that, Ron, man, how do we fix this shit, bro? I don't want
Yeah.
to be fucked up with you, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I want
Yeah.
I want to know, how do we fix this? But the kids don't know how because the adults won't fix it.
Yeah.
We got the
Yeah.
responsibility to make sure that these kids know how to fix these problems. But
You right. You hit it right on the nail.
come on,
You hit it
man.
right on the nail. I said that a many times. How is it we can tell the kids to act like they got some sense, and we be acting the big fool? We be out there twerking and popping our behind. We be out there with our pants sagging at 60, and we be looking the part, and we telling them not to do it. And their OG is 60, and his pants is sagging with his boxer short. It's mixed messages out there, and kids got to decipher which. They ain't big enough to decipher which one
They
is right.
don't know, bro.
They can't decipher which one is right when they see a grown man doing it, and they think you square, and don't know what you used to be like or how you used to be. They just see you now with the button down and the slacks on, and they be like, he's square. But don't realize I came from ignorant to square. I came from streets to square. I came from trouble. I came from felon. I came from all that to square because I realized that the rest of that was going to take my life.
Yes.
I realized that stuff was going to take my life, and we got to let kids know it's okay to be square. Who cares if you square? Square and alive.
Yes.
Square and alive so you don't
Squares
get
win, man.
profiled.
Squares
So
win.
people don't mistake you. I tell parents all the time, if your son ain't about that life, he need to get in the house. Because they
But how do we change being about that life? Why is that
mm-mm.
why is being a part of that life the goal?
Because you have two sides. You either got square life or you got street life. It really ain't no in
I
between.
think it's an in
Either you want
between,
to be
bro.
about that,
You
either
know
you
what I
want
think
to
is
be
an in
about.
between. Run, I'm gonna challenge you on that. I'm gonna challenge you on
Let's go.
ain't no in between.
Let's go.
So
It really ain't no in between. It's two things you striving for in life. Either you striving to do something right or you striving to do something wrong. It ain't no in between. Because if you halfway doing something wrong, you can still get in trouble.
right.
If you halfway doing something right, you can do better.
But see,
So it
halfway
ain't
means
no
that
in
you
between.
have the ability to change
Hmm.
quicker than being too far gone. See, you can make a change when you too far gone, bro. You can say, hey man, look, I ain't doing it no more. And guess what? Your past will catch up with you. But if you was just kind of
Hmm.
like halfway in there and was like, nah, that shit ain't work for me, then yes, there is that. That's that in between. Because some people are just inquisitive. And I get that. You have hey man, curiosity killed the cat, satisfaction brought him
Hmm.
back.
Yeah,
So there is
I
a
have to beg to
curiosity.
differ. I have to beg to differ because I don't think it's no correct way to flirt with danger. If let me tell you something, most of these kids out here that lose their life, you know what their parents tell me? My son not even like that. My son ain't even that kind of kid. Why would somebody want to kill him? Because he wasn't there, but he was flirting with it by hanging around the kids that do it. He was flirting with it by being part of a group. So it's no way either you doing it the right way by not being by that group, not hanging with them folk, or either you hanging with them folk a little bit or a lot. It's no in between. You either or. Either you flirting with wrong or you trying to do right.
Look,
In
bro.
between, when you say
I,
in
I,
between, you're talking dynamics. I'm talking about in between in statistics. Either or. If you hanging out there, but you trying to go to work and stuff, guess what? When the police pull up, they ain't gonna know which one you are.
but that's what I'm
When they
saying,
get
bro.
ready to start shooting, they ain't gonna know
That's
which one
being at
you
the
are.
right place at the wrong time. See, we be saying that shit. We say that. You oh man, you was at the wrong place. You was at the wrong place at the wrong time. No, you was at the right place at the wrong time because it wasn't meant for you. But because you
Mm-hmm.
were like as you would say, you were flirting with it. Some people are just going to work, bro. Some
Mm-hmm.
some people are just at the right place at the wrong time. And I get that because I just so happen to flirt with that shit. And that's the reason why I can sit here and tell you that there is a middle ground. There is a middle ground because the same time I was in the street, I got my ass up and I punched the clock because I knew that I had to have some type of reasoning why I had a little extra money.
Maybe
So,
maybe it was just me explaining me
but
because I knew I couldn't go to work and go to the projects and play dominoes. Because I knew if I went to the projects and played dominoes, that I was gonna go to the club. I was gonna go to the touch. If
right.
I went to the projects and played dominoes, we was finna get into something. So I had to quit doing anything remotely close to that. I had to be on this side, which means I had to do stuff that means I wanted to do right. That meant going to work. That meant going home when I left work. That means being in positive places. That meant doing stuff with my kids. That kept me away from that other side because you can be with your kids, but I go over there to the Touch of Blues on the weekend. You're mixing
But
the drink. You're
but see,
mixing
this
the
is the
drink,
whole
bro.
thing. But see, that's what I'm
It's
saying, though,
either
bro.
or.
See, I had it both ways, baby. I grew up in
Yeah.
the project, so I knew that I didn't want for the rest of my life, bro. I knew I didn't
Right.
want that. Now, could I see past that? At some point, I had to have because I strive
Hmm.
to get out of it. What I'm
Right.
saying to you is, I don't look down on anybody that's growing up in that situation. The only
Mm-mm.
thing that I can do is say, hey, you that's not your life. You can go over and talk to Ron, and Ron gonna show you how to change your life. This is
Hmm.
gonna show you how to not do that to get into that. You know what I'm saying? So let's just chill out. You know what I'm saying? Because bro, just like you said, you don't have to be doing anything to get into everything.
Hmm.
You
Right.
know what I'm saying?
And you know what? What the difference is now? Back then, they would sit there and wait on you to make your decision, then say, "Come with me." What I want to do is go in there and get your hand before you even make that decision and say, "Come with me."
Mm-hmm.
I don't want you to have the opportunity to make the wrong decision. I want you to come with me so
Mm-hmm.
we can automatically start making the right decisions.
Right.
See, I want to catch the kid that ain't in the streets yet and deter him from going, him or he or she from going to the
Right.
streets. That's what
So
we need to start at. We always get there too late. After they start shooting, they'll shoot them.
so Ron, let me ask you a question, bro. Let's play Little Red Devil. Let's play Little Red Devil. So you the angel on the right hand side. Little Red Devil is his cousin that's sitting on the left hand side. Now the little white angels, you tell her, hey man, look, bro, this ain't your life, bro. You good, you better than that. But the little red devil, like, man, fuck that shit, cuz. Let's go do blah, 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 man. You know what I'm saying? Let's go. Man, we ain't gonna even be gone long, bro. We gonna be, and here
Mm-hmm.
you are, Ron. Shit, you tell him, like, little bro, man, I'm telling you, man, you barking up the wrong, you going the wrong way, bro. You going the wrong
Mm-hmm.
way. So the little red devil convince him, right? The little red devil
Mm-hmm.
convinced him to get in the car, go to where he going. But check this out. I'm gonna tell you how they would do it how they gonna play it on the movies. See, on the movie,
Mm-hmm.
they gon' the one that's battling is the one that's gonna get killed, right? But now in
Right.
reality, bro, the one that made the decision to go is the one that make it, and he watch his cousin get killed, and that's why he's able to change his life.
Mm-hmm.
But everything that we do ain't a fucking movie, bro.
Mm-hmm.
We
Yeah.
had these after
But,
school specials. Oh, don't do drugs and don't, man. This is our life, man. Y'all, again, some people get to visit this shit, other people get to live in this shit. So we got to go in there where people are living and change that direction. Not because we get to visit, we get to go home. You got a nice, comfortable home you go to. You got a button you can push and open your garage door. You got a button you can push to cut your AC on. You got a remote you can use to turn your TV on. What about those that ain't got central air? What about those that ain't got no fucking garage? What about those that ain't got no TV to watch? So
mm-hmm.
they sitting there plotting to try to get it. What's the next move? I need to make another move. So now we have this situation that we gotta try to get into this little dude head to say, hey, bro, don't concentrate on the right now, man. Let me give you 5 years to think about. You don't have to be here. This is only temporary. Kids don't think
Right.
like, man, oh shit, in 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 10 years, 20 years. This is what we got to get these kids to look forward to, bro.
Man,
Being here.
I think when you tell that story, I think about that song that Twisted Black had about Little Loco. Little Loco said, "Even though I'm with my folks, this ain't for me." And he was trying his best not to go. But then he said, "I'm gonna jump in the car because I'm finna go." And then they went and robbed the store and killed the store owner. He wound up getting all them years. And that's just how sometimes they be trying to think that I don't want to get in this trouble, but it's just so tempting. It ain't gonna happen. What you say, that devil on that other side, it ain't gonna be that
It
long.
ain't gonna be that
Ain't
long,
nobody
man.
gonna
We
get
just
in
going right up
trouble.
the block,
And
man. You gonna be all
and
right.
then boom, everybody got 20 years.
Everybody.
20 years of your
Matter of
life
fact, what about
gone.
the three dudes right now? The one dude just got sentenced to life in the pen. The other two waiting on trial. Guess what they finna get? Life. And he wasn't even the shooter.
Oh, you talking about the dude with the hair that was on
Say,
court.
man,
He,
I wasn't gonna go there.
Timothy,
I wasn't going.
Timothy,
Who doing his
Timothy,
hair, bro? Who doing his hair?
man,
Who
I
do,
don't know.
who doing
I
the
don't
hair,
know,
bro?
bro.
Who do, That's what I want to know.
Somebody gonna do his hair in the penitentiary,
Say,
that's for
man,
sure. Hey,
who doing his lace front, bro? The dude coming to court with a lace front every time he in the court.
say, man.
Ron, who doing his hair, man? Tell me that. Who keep getting this nigga lace front together?
Say, man. Say, man. That boy gonna need some unity over violence in that penitentiary. Boy, he's gonna unity over. We gonna, we
Dang,
gonna keep him in
man.
our prayers, man, because that boy gonna know that hair like that, man. They gonna think he a good. And
I
I'm
mean,
just
but
gonna stay
okay,
out of
but
that. But
at the
man,
end of the day, bro, I mean,
he finna go to the penitentiary. They finna book him.
he
They
gonna
finna
have all he want.
sentence him, man.
He gonna have all he want
They
in there.
they gonna sentence him.
he gonna have all he wanted there,
Rainbow
baby.
noodles, Roman noodles. That's what he gonna have. Roman noodles and soups and all that.
Well, he gonna
D,
get more
D,
than ramen noodles and soup. He gonna get exactly what he asked for. You know what I'm saying? Free world steak and shrimp.
say, man, say, but you know what? He thought I was just with these fools. I didn't shoot nobody,
Man, I ain't
and
shoot.
they
I ain't
came
even
at the
pull the trigger.
same
How I get
time.
life?
How you get life with just standing there? See, that's the story of these kids now. All you do is be there, be close. You know the law in the state of Texas. If you commit a crime with somebody and somebody dying, that y'all all get charged.
Yes.
That's Texas.
That's
That's Texas. If we all
period.
go rob a liquor store and y'all shoot the store owner, we all in trouble.
Say, man,
If the
look,
store
bro.
owner shoot one of us
I'm a,
and kill us, we all in trouble.
bro. Let me put you on some game, brother. It happened as a youngster. I think I'm in the eighth grade, right? My partner,
Hmm.
two partners, they get in the car. I take the bus this day. I ain't want to ride because I wasn't really vibing with that dude at the time because he was trying to separate me and my partner. My
Hmm.
partner, they in the car. He got a 22. They go around Sunrise and shoot two kids. Did man, both of them? I know they did 20 years in the pen, bro. You know what I'm saying? And
The
because
day you
my
didn't go,
partner was driving, man, they got him. I mean, he had to do the same time.
they do the same time.
He had to do the same
Now, what
time.
he drive around there and shoot them kids for?
Just
Just
just being
foolish.
stupid. You know what I mean?
Just wanting to use his gun. Just wanting to use his gun. We're gonna go back to the movies. Remember Juice? Remember when Tupac got the gun and he didn't want to give it up?
Yeah,
He was
he
just
didn't want to
happy to have the
give it
gun. He
up.
wanted to shoot somebody.
He want and
He wanted to shoot somebody because he had that gun. And they itchy like that. They think because I got the gun, I got to shoot somebody. No, you don't.
no,
Don't shoot nobody. You're going to prison forever. You're
yeah.
going forever.
But you know what
You're
I'm saying.
going forever.
But even with that, bro, dude done got out, man, and they done made a better living for themselves, man. You know what I'm saying, and putting
That's
themselves in a
good,
better
man.
situation. But you have to understand that kids, and this is what kids need to understand. Just like you said
Mm-hmm.
earlier, they don't know how to decipher. Now we can help them with the decision making, but they still have to make the decision. We can give them
Mm-hmm.
choices, we can give them options, but they have to make the decision ultimately.
We have to equip them with the information to make better decisions, and that's mentoring. It's equipping a child with information to make better decisions. So that, and we're not talking about at that moment while we're sitting in front of them. We're talking about when they leave that house and they by themselves
Yes,
and they end up in a situation and they make the right decision at that moment,
right.
knowing that this could end in you in that penitentiary forever. This could
Forever.
end in you dying when that police officer pull up. All of the above. So you don't want none of those results.
How about you
You
take the
don't want
foe off
none of
that motherfucker and just be ever?
ever, 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 ever. I got some partners that I on one hand I'll be like, man, you shouldn't have done, but on the other hand I'll be like, man, how did you do it? How did you do that long? How you do 20 years? How you do
Man, look,
what?
bro, I cried overnight. I went to jail on a Friday night and got out
uh,
Saturday. I cried from the time they closed the cell to the time they opened that motherfucker. Man, get me up out this. Then look, they ain't gonna have the nerve to put some little child molesters in the cell with me, man. I asked the dude, you know what I'm saying, like, bro, what the fuck was wrong with you? I literally asked the little dude, I'm like, bro, what the fuck wrong with you? Why was y'all fucking with kids, bro? And I
I,
never thought that I would be in a position to say that. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just like, my first
I
time
was
in this motherfucker, I'm like, shit. I mean, if they done stuck you in here, like, what the fuck you do? Oh man, me and my dad, blah blah blah. What the fuck was wrong with y'all, bro? Why y'all fucking with kids and shit?
man. You know what? It's crazy you say that. I want to say that was 1999. I was in the old jail and they put the Michael guy in there with me. I don't know if you remember when the guy raped a little girl leaving work in Arlington
Hmm.
and she was disabled, mentally ill, and he raped and killed her. Well, they put me in a little holding cell, and they brought him and put him in there. And he started yelling. He said, "No, no, no, no! Don't put me in here with nobody and help." And he was on TV that day. They had him all on TV, and I was like, "Man, ain't nobody finna bother you. You finna do forever, bro. You gone on do your time. You finna everybody finna whoop you. And look, I'm finna get out of here in a little bit.
Yeah,
I'm finna
why
pull
I'ma
up.
jeopardize
So
my getting out
I
time?
ain't finna
Fucking with you.
jeopardize me. I'm finna drive up, and you can go on do your little time, cause you gonna be here for a minute, Bubba. And they gonna introduce you to everybody around now. Cause you sit up there and rape and kill that little disabled girl and rode her 10 speed home. It was out in Arlington, but
Man,
Michael
that's
something, but I don't forgot his name. But yeah, man, it's just we don't want them kids to get there. We wanna make sure we equip them with the information to make better decisions. Um, it's and they don't give fathers the credibility, man. Let me tell you something. It's fathers out there doing a great job, man. I know some cats that's fathers, man. They out there grinding for their baby. And let me tell you something. You don't have to put on no cape. You don't have to fly through the air. You just being there for your kids. You're being in sports. You're being in school. You're making sure they got clothes on their back and lights on. Man, that's all you need to do. That's all you need to do, man. That's remarkable, man. Just
yes.
do your thing, And a lot of people sit there and they count you short because you can't buy your kid a Mercedes. That's not true. That's not you ain't. That don't make you a less of a daddy because you can't buy your kid a Mercedes or get them new Jordans and all that. No, quit
But
saying that. And
say,
whoever out
man,
there saying that, quit saying that. I seen them yesterday. They was fussing about this man that brought his son McDonald's. He brought his son
bro,
McDonald's and
let's
didn't
let's let,
bring the
let's talk
girls,
about
other
this.
kids, some food.
Let's talk about
And
this.
and and let me tell you something. I'm bringing food for the one on my child support paper. You know what I'm saying? That's who I'm bringing food for. Whoever I'm paying child
Let's
support
talk
to,
about it. Say,
I'm bringing food for that child right there.
first
I
off,
don't got to bring. You need to go call them other baby daddies and holler at them. You
say,
can't holler
man,
at me because
it,
I'm poor little Ronnie. Little Miller Ronnie gonna go sit in the car and eat his burgers and fries, and he gonna get out full. Get out full. I don't. Oh, now look, I'm joking. All
no, no,
jokes to the
hold up,
side. I'll
no,
be
no,
high
no,
side.
run, fuck that. No, listen, run.
No, no,
No,
all
run,
jokes
no,
to the
man.
side
Look,
though.
hold up. For one instance, for 1 minute, bro. Let's take unity over violence. Okay, we gonna change this. We gonna take unity over violence, and we gonna walk out of the room. I'm gonna close the door because
Uh,
that the unity over violence meeting
is it-
is still
yeah,
in effect, but we gonna close the door. Now this is
ain't no time.
me and Ron standing outside the unity over violence meeting.
Yeah,
Say, man, let me tell you something, bro. I don't. First off, there's a lot of different scenarios that we have to consider. All right. First, what is the is my child the oldest, the middle, or the youngest?
right.
Okay. So that means if my son is the oldest, then you know what I'm saying, like his little brothers and sisters, you know what I'm saying? Like that means that she had somebody after me. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if my child is the youngest, that means that she had dudes before me, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, if she had dudes before me, then at that particular point in time, you got her pregnant. You assume the responsibility of the other
Mm-hmm.
ones, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
But if my child
Mm-hmm.
is the oldest, fuck the mother little. I mean, I'm just saying. I'm, I'm just. I mean, I'm not saying. I, I'm just saying.
No, dude, get the little kid.
Hold on.
I'm a
Hey, Ronnie, this me and you having a conversation outside the meeting. We outside the meeting right now. We ain't in unit over violence right now. It's
you
two
on
partners
BD
talking.
right now.
Hey,
Let me get my shirt down. Let me hide my shirt right now. Go ahead, D. You ain't gonna feed the other little kid, D. D, you got to feed the other little kid. I'm gonna go on. This is what I'm gonna do.
if he the
First,
youngest,
first and foremost, if she called me,
if he the youngest, then I've already accepted the fact that she had kids before. I'm bringing all the kids food. If my child is
It-
the oldest, they on their own. I'm sorry. You know,
Hey, hey,
especially if we had a fucked up way. You know what I'm saying? If we
man, my little,
say, man,
I'm
and
be,
it depends on how
I'm
old
be,
the other was. Maybe I couldn't afford to do nothing but buy my son some food. You know what I'm saying?
send
Maybe
little
when I
Ronnie
hold up,
outside. We
run.
finna
Maybe
eat in
when
the
I was
truck.
with a baby mom with her, you know what I'm saying? She was like, "Them ain't your kids, and you ain't my." Hold up, if I am one of them little
Uh-oh.
motherfuckers say you ain't my daddy, oh man,
Mm.
run.
Man.
If them little kids say you ain't my daddy, you bringing them something to eat.
You know what though? You know what though, D? I would be sitting here lying to you if I don't tell you when I call my daughter them and they stepsisters there, I don't say that everybody eat. If I realize it's a bunch of them now, I just go get a box of chicken and
Right,
drop that off because that'll be the
right,
same as me buying a McDonald's meal for $11. You can get a box of chicken.
right,
Or
right.
hey, if she call me and say she ain't got no food, I'm finna go get $6 worth of ramen noodles and some bread
Hold
and some. I'm finna take $10 and fill your cabinet up because I don't want my child over there starving. Because when they leave with this McDonald's, what he gonna do?
first
And
off,
B, I wouldn't have had no McDonald's anyway because that McDonald's is horrible for a kid.
look,
So,
check this out, Ron, and not to interrupt you, but I have to say this. Not to mention that this woman get food stamps for 4 children.
oh,
What are
oh,
you doing? Because if you see the amount of food stamps they giving these women now,
yeah,
that
uh
means she
huh.
mismanaged her money. Why do I
Oh,
have
she
to be
now she getting
responsible?
stamped. What
I'm
is the
already.
talk?
Hey, my son called me and say he was hungry. Period. My son called me and say he was hungry. I'm bringing him something to eat. She mismanaged her money. With 4 kids, I know she got about at least 3,600 in food stamps for the month.
So say for instance, you giving $450 in child support, and she getting food stamps for him. Do you tell her something, or do you make sure little Derek eat?
First off, if I'm giving $450 a month, right, for child support, if my son
Mm-hmm.
call and say he hungry, I'm feeding him. Period. I'm not
Mm-hmm.
saying call you, man, you better get that from your mama. No, son, you hungry? It's like this, bro. And the reason why I say this, and I want all the fellas that's listening, really hear me. If I can take a woman out and spend $60 on her meal, I don't give a damn if I don't, you know what I'm saying? If I'm paying child support, my son say he hungry, that means he hungry. And that could have been,
Mm-hmm.
again, we got to look at what's really going on. Is this a cry for help?
Mm-hmm.
If I'm giving
We
this
don't
woman
we
four
don't
hundred
even
and
know what
fifty
happened.
dollars a month, you know, mind you that she still has to take care of all of the essentials. This I'm
And,
hungry. What's going on?
and,
You know
and
what I'm
well, here's
saying?
the
Like,
thing. At
are you
some
hungry
point,
because you want me to just bring you something specifically, or y'all ain't got no food in the house? That's my whole thing.
this looked like a
If
little
ain't
bitty.
no, cause see, I'm gonna tell you the conversation that I got was the fact that she said I get my food stamps on Friday. You could have brought
Mm-hmm.
everybody else some food. Now you mismanaged your money, pimping. You
You done
should
got
have food in the
you done got
house.
some cash for them stamps.
Shit.
Say, but evidently, at some point, he told her that he was coming with some food. She didn't. She assumed that he should have bought the other kid something. She didn't sound like she said, "Hey, can you bring my other kid something? I ain't got no money." No, she said, "Why wouldn't you bring my other kid something?" That sound like she was fussing, but without a reason. Like she didn't tell him, "Hey, let me tell you something. ain't no man alive, hopefully, gonna sit there and they baby mama say, "Hey, I know you bring your kids some, but my other kids ain't got nothing to eat. Can you feed them?" I'm finna feed everybody.
Yes.
Yeah, even if they ain't my kids, I'm finna feed them. If my baby mama say, "Hey, my kids hungry," I'm not finna let my daughter sit over there eating. Them other kids can't eat. If she asks me, see, this was a catch-22 video because
Yes.
she didn't ask him. She didn't ask him to bring them other little kids something.
She
She
expected.
assumed that he would.
Yes.
She assumed that he would because he was bringing his kids something. So you can't hold him accountable. You cannot hold him accountable if you didn't ask him to. You can't assume. You can't say, "Hey, you went and bought your kid clothes. You supposed to buy my kid clothes."
But
Now, if you ask me to buy your kid clothes because they ain't got no school clothes, if I got it, I'm gonna do it. But I'm not just gonna take my son shopping and say, "Send a little Ray Ray, TT, and Boo Boo too." No, we're
but
not
guess
finna do
what
all
though?
them unless you.
But guess what though, Ron? How you think the conversation with Mom, I'm hungry. You better call your daddy.
Mm-hmm. Daddy, can you bring me some McDonald's? Yes, son.
Yeah, I'm on
And
my
he
way.
brought him some McDonald's. So you no sound like she just wanted to fight him anyway. He probably had on some new K
It
Swiss and
was
was in his donk with his system, and he just wants he got a new girlfriend. She wanted to fight him anyway. She
and,
sounded like she wanted to start mess with him
and
anyway.
guess what? He was the better dude that she had ever been with. So she
Mm-hmm.
knew he was gonna bring some food because he had already accepted her with the
Mm-hmm.
other kids. You know what I'm saying? But she couldn't handle that. She stayed out here and these motherfuckers. She outside because she outside. She keep looking for shit. Sometimes you gotta go inside. The look is over.
Mm-hmm.
Now
Mm-hmm.
again, I don't know for
You
sure. All of them, these are just my interpretations of what could have possibly happened.
everything she make him jealous failed. She went and got that other boy to make him jealous. Then she wound up getting pregnant by him. Now she mad at the one in the beginning. No, no, no. Now you can't be mad at me over that. That's your issue. But to make a long story short, if she asked me to feed them other kids, I'd have fed them other kids.
All right.
If she did, if she didn't, and she told my child, just like you said, you better call your daddy, and she called me and say, "Mama told me to ask you to give me something to eat." Okay, well I'm on my way
And the
with you.
kid ain't saying nothing about the brothers and
The,
sisters or
the kid
brothers
don't
or
have enough sense to ask about the brother and
because
sister.
he hungry. He hungry.
Yeah. So you can't hold him accountable. So I seen we spent 2 days arguing about this on Facebook. But it sounds like the answer is it sounds like she didn't ask him to bring the kids nothing. She
Mm-hmm.
assumed he would. And you don't have to, he's not obligated when you assume. He's not obligated when you assume. You can assume a lot of stuff. I assume you was gonna put gas in my car, but I don't feel like I'm not obligated to because I don't owe you nothing.
I don't know, you know.
So
That's not where we are right now.
that's it.
But look,
So
man.
there it is.
So look. So these are the type of topics that we have to have discussions about. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And again, bro, it's this what we got going on right now is two men having this conversation, and we got women that
Mm-hmm.
comment on these topics. What I would like to see is women actually getting involved in some of these conversations, you know, aside from just commenting. Because what happens
And
is people get half of the information and then they create their
yeah.
own synopsis behind it. You know what I'm saying?
And
Their
you
own
got half that
interpretation.
video. You can get all that video. You didn't get it all. You just got the part with him bringing the kid food and arguing. So you didn't get it all. You making everybody making conclusions, but they ain't going back figuring out how and what. And this
Right.
ain't the week to be arguing with women anyway. These folks up here at the Supreme Court and overturn Roe versus Wade. I'm not finna argue with not now.
How do you first off,
I'm
first off,
not finna argue with not now woman this week.
first off,
Leave
how
that.
do you take something that happened as far back as it did and say, you know what? I think they was wrong. They should
Yeah.
have never agreed to that.
Well, here's the thing. Never in history had the Supreme Court took something away. They always give something. But my thing is, now let me tell you something. I believe in these babies getting here, but it's some instances where it's gonna be out of control. Because what if a woman has a bad pregnancy and it's gonna kill her?
Bruh. They don't,
I'm gonna leave that
man,
alone. We're gonna
bruh.
leave that alone. We're gonna leave that alone because this gonna get somebody gonna get their feeling hurt. And I don't want
But
missing
you know
2 or
what?
2.
Who gives a
So,
fuck about their feelings? Because at the end of the day, bro, how? Okay, so look, man. I'm a man. I get a woman pregnant. I don't want a kid. She don't want a kid, or I want a kid and she don't want a kid. So now it's like, nah, bitch. If you go get an abortion, I'm telling it on you. Nah, man. That's
yeah.
not, man. The decision at that particular. See, and this is where it gets a little tricky though. Because as a man, if I want that child, because I did what I did to get that child,
Hmm.
why is that right taken away from me? And I think that's what they were saying. There were more men that were crying about women taking the opportunity for them to have kids away from them with the abortion. Again, it's
You,
her decision
you gotta
for
have a
whatever reason.
baby. You gotta have a baby by somebody that want to have a child. It's her decision. That's her body. Like, how is this 9 people decided what every woman in America can do with their body? That's crazy to me. And they was mostly
But what I'm
men,
saying is, bro,
mostly,
look at
and two
all
of
the
them
men. This is
perverts.
what I'm saying, bro. All these men that are saying you don't have the right to do that. Men are saying
And,
this.
hey, and 2 of them is perverts. Kavanaugh and that other boy is perverts. What's the black dude's name? He a pervert. Didn't he say something about a pubic hair one time or something? Judge, whatever his name is.
Oh,
Yeah.
Clarence Thomas or whatever.
Clarence. Yeah. They perverts. They both perverts. And you sit up there making a decision about women. Say, man, you can't do that, man.
Hey, but
You can't
look,
do
okay,
that. Look, I'm
so
just
let so let's make it a race thing real quick. Let's make it a race thing real quick. Do you know that there is a higher percentage of white women that give abortions more than any other race?
well, they don't well you oh you finna make me say it. But they don't want their race to be extinct, and I can understand that.
And
Because
again,
minorities are
I'm saying this knowing that I have people of the Caucasian persuasion as friends, as family. This is not about a race baiting, but at the same time, if we're looking at it from the judgmental eyes, that's exactly what's
mhm,
happening here.
like let me tell you something. It's gonna be a bit. I'm telling you, we know which race gonna have the most people here. That's not no hard thing to figure out. But we know what race will disappear if they keep, you know, doing it.
Man,
But you know what? I still say a woman got the right to do whatever she do with her body. Now, what if they came and told men that you couldn't sleep with certain, let's say they say, oh, you can't sleep with certain women. That's against the law if you sleep with a certain woman.
anybody outside of
And
your
they,
race,
and we don't want you doing it on Wednesdays and Thursdays either.
bro. Do you?
And they
Hey,
make
man,
that a law that
if
you
you look
couldn't
at
do
some of
nothing
these
on
laws in
Wednesdays and
some of these
Thursdays.
states, bro, it's some crazy laws in some of these states, bro. What you can't do.
Man,
You know what I'm saying? At 11 o'clock, you can't do XYZ. You know what I'm saying? It's
yeah.
man. And look, in these
So,
same laws, and people, it's so many laws. It's so many
mhm,
laws, bro. And we don't take time to read the law. We
we
just
don't.
assume
But
that we got all of these freedoms, but our freedoms are being questioned by
yeah.
laws.
Well, I tell you one thing. I seen them people on the audit. Them people be them people be knowing the laws.
Man, they know the
If
law,
you ever look at
but
them, them jokers
only
walk
but
right
see,
in the police station.
they know the law to piss the police off.
They know that law to walk into that building and walk out. And we don't know. We don't even know a simple traffic stop law. We got to do better than that. So we have to know these laws and make sure that we keeping up with when they change. Because they change at the beginning of the year.
I
So
just
man,
I just think that we have to have these conversations.
yeah, yeah. I'm just letting y'all know. Derek baited me. He brought me on here for Two Wheel Twos, and he just brought up every topic he could think of that happened on TV this week. And let me tell you something. I don't mind giving my opinion. I got one. You know, I told somebody that yesterday or today. I say, if you got an opinion, be happy. Be happy that you ain't scared to share it. I don't care who don't agree with me. That ain't gonna. If our friendship bank on the fact that we agree on something, then you probably ain't my friend.
Right.
Cause friends ain't gonna always agree on stuff.
Right. But see,
We ain't gonna
only
always have the
friends
same
know that.
opinion.
Only friends know that you can have a conversation and agree to disagree. Because if it's
Hmm.
an associate, that's going to create a problem. And you're going to be angry at that mother. You're like, hey, fuck that mother. Now you don't want to deal because y'all don't share the same opinion. But friends don't, it doesn't really matter because at the end of the day, you know what that person's heart is. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah,
that's what matters. We
yeah,
get too caught up on our
yeah.
own goddamn self and
Well, we
we
be
don't
so
self
caught up in we
evaluate.
be looking when you looking for confrontation, it'll be there.
Yes.
But if you ain't looking for something, if you ain't looking for somebody to be being ugly, and you can make stuff out of being ugly and stuff, you can't talk about life these days without talking about race.
Right.
Like race gonna be there somewhere. Like we talked when we talked about George Floyd, when we talked about Michael Brown, when we talked about all that. Look, we had to say that it was an officer that didn't look like Mike Brown that
We
killed
ain't
him.
even got to go that far. We right here in our own
We,
neighborhood, Tatiana,
yeah, right there.
right
And this
there.
dude done got off. They done gave him 2 years at home chilling. Like, no, who else in history gets 2 years to wait on their trial? 3 years, 4 years. What are you doing? And the judge, they done recused the judge. Who? I'm gonna get me a lawyer that can go up there and tell the judge, hey, we're gonna recuse you.
Yeah, you're not good for this trial.
You ain't a good
But
fit for
but
my
bro,
murder.
how? But that's the whole thing, bro. How good are the
You ain't a
lawyers?
good fit,
That mean
man.
you got if you got a good lawyer? That's what they tell you. You paying for a good lawyer, bro. You got to understand that the police department paying for this lawyer, Uh,
Is it a good lawyer or is it orchestrated?
regardless,
Yeah,
regardless.
he don't have to be that good when he got cooperation. You have to take your hat off.
Yeah, because this
He
ain't
don't have to be that
because
good when he got cooperation.
hey man, look, bro. Let me tell you something, man. What we have here is a failure. You know what I'm saying? These is our tax dollars being used in the worst way.
Yeah. And I
You know what
mean,
I'm saying?
anybody, no matter how you twist this situation around, if that was a black cop
Hey, Julie.
that shot through a young lady's window out there in Keller, I mean, everybody out there would be outraged. Anybody would be outraged. And if just in case you don't know what we're talking about a Tatiana Jefferson. We talking about the police officer. They called them out for a
Well, for
routine
the neighbor, bro, the neighbor, is
welfare update,
imagine her neighbor
and
saying, "Man, you know what? It's my fault she did.
mm,
It's my fault she did because I seen something that concerned me, and I know
yeah,
that it ain't normally this way."
yeah, the door was open,
The door was open,
but didn't know she was just letting some air in, some fresh air in. They was letting
and
some fresh air in, and
and
then
you
he
shoot them
and
up,
I never seen
and bro. She didn't die on the front porch. She didn't die on the back porch. She died in her house, bro. He shot
in
through
a
a
room,
fucking window.
shot through a window. So you think somebody gonna break in the house and be laying in the bed in their nightgown? Oh, come on, man, that don't
Man,
make
that cop
sense.
had
Make it
murder
make
on
sense.
his mind, bro. And I'm
That's
not saying it's a
murder.
witch hunt. I'm not saying that man had murder on his mind.
That's murder. That it don't get no different than that's murder.
Murder.
That's murder. Like
Guilty.
like any reasonable human, even if that was a criminal on the inside, I never seen the police shoot through a window. That's just crazy to me. I've never seen the police say, "Oh, there goes a suspect. I'm gonna shoot through this building and hit him." That's almost like with the robot and the bomb over there in Dallas. Like
Mm-hmm.
some stuff you ain't never seen before. You're like, man, y'all
Oh,
want to
and then the
apprehend that
security
suspect.
guard, they charging the security guard that killed the black girl at Ecstasy parking lot, bro, with murder.
Yeah, I seen that. I seen him out there protesting last night. I seen him out there. You know
They
what? I can't get a good. Here's the thing. I'm not gonna make judgment on that because I can't get a good camera view. I can't really see. I want to see how it started. How did she look when she walked out the club? I want to see, was it a confrontation? Did something happen? Because she didn't just run to that crowd for no reason. And they were saying something about him being racist at that place. So I don't know, man. You don't know what happened. I didn't see it. You just see a snippet, and it's just a coincidence that the strip club released a snippet of it, and that's the part where she tried to run into the crowd, and they shot in the car. But did something happen
Well,
before
the
that?
crowd wasn't security guards. It was about 6 or 7
Yeah,
of them.
that's what I'm talking about. So why would she just automatic? And we didn't even see her run over nobody. They said she run over somebody, but it didn't look like nobody got run over.
She hit the big dude.
It looked like they started shooting before she got to him.
Well, I can see that
Now
too.
we're gonna find out her and the big dude was messing around. That's what
Oh,
we're gonna find out later. We're gonna find out they was in a relationship. Then let's look at the whole situation over again. Let's look at it now. Was they arguing? Was anything? You don't know what happened.
well,
Nobody
they
was,
were saying
and
that
they are
George
like I
Floyd
say,
and that cop that killed him, you know what I'm saying, had run-ins. You know what I'm saying, at the same nightclub.
yeah, they had got into it at another job. Say,
Man,
man, if it wasn't for cameras, imagine how many people didn't have a camera there.
man, look, but Rodney King proved to everybody that a camera was
Rodney
better
King
security.
got Rodney King got his behind whipped
That man got
and
$54 million and died broke.
and died broke. I was like, how much? Never mind, but he died broke, and that's sad, man. That Rodney King, man, I didn't understand that, but they gave him so much money. He said, "Let's get along." After he got beat up, and let's just get along. I don't know. Maybe 54 million make me say, "Let's get along." After I'd have been
Hey
hit with
man,
that baton 54
hey,
times.
look, bro. I ain't even hold up. I ain't even got $54, and I'm saying let's get along. You know what I'm saying? I
Say
don't.
54 million, 54 million to make me be in harmony like a
Hey
motor
man,
scooter.
look, bro. 54 million.
Say,
I'm
man,
not even finna be here, man. You know what
54
I'm saying?
million, y'all
Look,
gonna
bro.
have to.
I'm gonna tell you. You put me in a situation where the money is limitless from my standards, bro. I got a group of people and we finna go. Hey man, look, leave everything here, man. You don't even need none of
Say,
this.
man, you just
Let's
you
go.
just took the words right out of my
Hey
mouth.
man, I'm gonna
Cause
build me a
somebody finna
team. I'm building me a team, and they straight. We gone. We out.
get gone. Say, man, they gonna be like, now somebody got a free house with furniture, free vehicles, free everything. Hey, man, y'all take all that.
Yeah,
Y'all take that with
you
you.
can have. You
Man,
can
y'all
have.
get that. Y'all come over. First come, first serve.
Man,
First come, first serve. We
look,
know.
bro, set the family up so that the generational wealth, we won't have that issue.
Mm,
You know what I'm saying? That money is
not at all.
available. That changes everything, bro. But I'm
All
building
we
me a
had to do is
team.
invest in. All we had to do is put some of that, put that money in the bank for everybody.
Yes.
54 million.
Come on, man.
How, and you say how you get broke again, Rodney King? Man, you must have been buying shiploads or something.
So they're saying,
Boat.
so you can't see the comments, but Julie's saying that they were trying to get everyone that came with them, and the security guard were being rude and pushing them on the video the victim posted. And
Oh,
Danny was
what
saying
happened
that
now?
that's not the. So they said that when they was getting put out, the security guards they was being real rude, pushing them out. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, well, that's probably why she run over.
You know what I'm saying? And you know, if it ain't an actual police officer, you ain't, man. Fuck you.
Oh,
You know what I'm saying?
them
I ain't
rental
thinking
cars.
about what the fuck you talk about. And
I
they
mean,
asserting
yeah,
their
get on
authority.
working for a security service.
And Danny was saying that's not the only time that the ecstasy security guards kill someone, but there was a brother of mine, you know, partner, Joshua Brooks, and they're in association with that. And I didn't think to even ask him, you know what I'm saying, like what actually happened or whatever. But at the same time, these are conversations that we gotta have. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I know it's getting late, bro, and I don't want to keep you on too long, but
No, man, we've been
I
chopping
know
it
how it
up,
is, man.
man.
Look, man, I know how it is, man. When you old cats go to rubbing your head and scratching,
Like,
you know what I'm
in fact,
saying?
did I do
The
like
only
that?
thing, nigga, the only thing that you ain't did was dozed off in the middle of the damn show.
Right,
Oh man,
man,
my
I
bad. What
yawned.
we
I
doing?
caught myself. I was like, oh, I'm yawning
I
on
know how it
live.
is when you old dudes get sleepy. You go to
Say,
scratching, you rub your head and shit. You know what I'm
say,
saying?
man, I'm a old dude, man. That's why we be going on early. That's why you don't see me nowhere. You don't see me in no club or nothing because I'm an
Hey
old dude.
man.
Say, man, we look. Let me tell you something. I enjoyed this conversation tonight. We covered everything.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, so,
I mean, you know what
so
I'm
yeah,
saying? We have to, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's just that, we don't have these people to have these conversations and shit. So, if if
man,
if
yeah,
we if we
man,
get on once a week and we have these conversations, nobody can say, "Oh, I didn't know." You know what I'm saying? It's posted all over this platform. I shared this on three or
yeah,
four different pages. We have to
right,
share this information. You know what I'm saying? It's available. It's always available. And again,
yeah.
now that you know what I'm saying, I got access to YouTube. Now I can start putting these videos on YouTube. So people that
Ooh,
don't
it's finna blow
associate,
up now. You finna be
people that
some.
don't
You
associate, this
finna.
ain't about that. But the people that don't associate with Facebook can also see this on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? So
You about to
I
blow up.
appreciate you, brother. I appreciate you
Hey,
every
man,
time
I
you make
appreciate
time.
you.
You know what I'm saying? You
Hey,
make
man,
time for us, and we praying that we have a bomb ass event, and we make it from year
man.
2 to year 3.
I told you, man, you gonna always be part of the Unity Over Violence family. You gave us our first fundraiser, and now it's turned into a yearly event. So
Hey
I
man,
look
look,
forward to it. I
hey,
look
but
forward to
look,
the dunk tanks. I look forward to feeding the kids. I look forward to having fun, man. We're gonna have some more fun, man. We're gonna have some good fun out there, man. And like he said, y'all can bring the kids from what we say 3 to 6,
mm-hmm,
and then the adult, and after the kids, get cleared out around 7, everybody starts showing up, and we'll have some adult fun out there, with the dunk tanks, and everybody gonna probably be out there with them a cold filter one or something,
yeah.
and just chilling, you know. So and we're gonna eat some of old Disky hamburgers.
Same
Uh,
man, we gonna
uh,
eat a bunch of hamburgers, man. You know what I'm saying? And
I
like I
sure
say,
hope he peel the plastic off the ground meat this time, but
this shit, oh man, you gonna throw me up under the bus, bro?
Disky, Disky,
Hey
I
man, that's
sure hope you
cold
take the
lick, man.
plastic off the
That's
ground
cold
meat
lick, man.
this
Why you got to
time.
talk about hustle
I'm gonna,
hamburgers like
I'm
that,
gonna
man?
have to go with CJ if you do that one more time, man. I'm gonna have to go with the brown man if you do that again. That's messed up. Say, y'all, I'm outside dealing today. It's needed to leave the plastic on.
But this dude is okay. Okay. So see this okay, so look. Hey man, look, before I let you go.
Barbecue the
This is
styrofoam.
this is how hold up, but this is how we communicate with each other. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I, it's all man, look, this is from the dawn of time, man. You know what I'm saying?
Man,
This is what we miss about being able to
hide, man.
jab and shoot and nobody gets offended. You know what I'm saying, bro? It's just this
Outside.
world is too sensitive right now.
Say, if y'all have seen some of them high sides back in the day, y'all have thought it was finna be a fight. Y'all have cleared out. We outside too hard around.
Hey man, you know
You
what, bro?
couldn't be
I
soft
need
knee.
to get about three, four brothers on this motherfucker, bro, and just go just the dirty dozen this
Man,
joint out, bro.
y'all don't want that smoke, man. Y'all don't want
Look,
that smoke, man.
I tell you what, man. I'm gonna tell you what we need to do. I'm gonna tell you what I'm gonna do. I need two other brothers that come on. You know what I'm saying? From other cities, other states. The link is up in the thing. What I want to do, if you're a female, male, whatever, we gonna do a dirty dozen. We gonna do the dirty dozen straight capping. You know what I'm saying? And see how that shit work out.
Say, man. Say, man, you get them out of towners get the meat tore off their bone. You don't want them fooling with no Texas boy. You know better than that. This is what we do. You better bring one of them bald
Say,
headed
man,
ass girls
hey, look,
on.
I'm just
You
saying,
bring one
bro.
of they
I'm
bald
just
headed
saying, might
selves
be some
on.
women that want to bring that heat though.
She better not bring her cockeyed want McDonald's for her baby looking behind on this. She better not. She better not. We gonna light her up. She better not come over to the hot side. She better go get some McDonald's
Yeah.
for that baby and
Yeah.
leave
I
us
got a I
alone.
got a
See,
porcelain tiger sitting on my front porch looking ass. You know what I'm saying?
man,
Come on, man.
I used to be a bobblehead looking. You know, we just run around that boy, just head just moving, just yeah. But we can do that, D. We can do that on the next
Hey,
show. I
hey,
think that'll
Danny
be
say,
fun,
man,
man.
look, Danny
See if
Green
you can
said she
find the
with that.
victim.
She with all the shits.
Who said that?
Danny Green said she with all the shits. You know what I'm saying?
Danny Green say she with it.
She with all the shits. You
She
know what I'm saying? So then
is
what
that
I'm
a
gonna
she
do,
or a
man?
he? Is
Look.
that a she or a he? She got that
It's
little boy
it's
name.
it's.
Tell her
Dang,
she
man.
already got a strike against her ass. She got a strike against her already.
Ooh, hey, look, man.
I'm finna log off. I'm finna log off.
No, she wasn't saying that she want a square. She's saying that she here for it, like she want to hear it.
Oh, tell Danny I'm sorry.
Yeah, nah, well, she
Danny.
just heard you. She just heard you. We don't want no smoke around her, man. You know what I'm saying?
Oh man, I'm just messing with I hope her name's Denitra or
She
something, but
said it's short for Danielle.
it's your for now. Okay.
It's,
Whoo.
She's talking about, man, you done went in on this woman talking about she already got a
I'm
strike
just
against her and everything. Man, you
saying, man,
wrong in
I'm
the
just
motherfucker,
teasing,
man.
man.
See,
We
I
just
already knew when
tell
you went to
Danny I'm
school,
just
you had
teasing.
two left shoes on when you was a kid, didn't you?
Hey man, that we stole them off the Foot Locker wall. Remember they had the left shoes on the wall? I had two left feet look like them. Say man, tell Danny don't walk
Look,
up to me at
motherfucker
the
talking
event and
about
sock me in the nose.
then
Tell
the
him I'm
teacher
just joking.
when the teacher sent you to the board, you bit the chalk instead of writing with it, huh?
Dang, what? D, D, did you ever? Hey, could you ever tell me what that window tastes like on that bus? Because I know you rode that little bus and licked the window. Did 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 it have barbecue sauce on it or what? Hey, hey, y'all should have seen D. He was bow legged, but he had them little braces on his little shoes. You know them white shoes with the braces. He come off that bus with them little braces on, but they were chrome. He had them
Oh
shined up,
man.
man. Boy,
Say,
I know why you bow legged. You had them little braces on. Say, man,
man.
looking
Hey,
looking at one that wearing them braces. Say, man, didn't
look,
nobody know though.
the only time this nigga went to lunch was when they had Mexican scramble. And he went and dipped his chip in everybody's plate. That nigga stayed hungry, man. Hey, say, man, they didn't even come to school until they had Mexican scramble. You know what I'm saying?
D, how you get that left eyeball to stay in?
Hey,
He used to pop out and
I kept kissing on your sister.
But you must ain't seen my sister. You must ain't seen that roster. Oh man,
Look, hey, since she
you
kept that
must ain't
motherfucker,
seen
hey,
my real sister.
I kept my good eye on her. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, you pulled it out and sat it on her leg. You like, wait a minute, let me look at this. Man. You run around that boy with man, go on, D. Don't start,
Hey,
man. I'm just not
look, all I can tell you is I always kept an eye out for her.
say, man, you ain't lying. You ain't lying. You wore them little white shoes with them braces on them
Say,
boys till you
man,
was
look,
26.
look,
You
I'm
was
gonna tell y'all
26 with them
something.
big old boys.
Hey, Ronnie was the only cat with nurse shoes on in the third grade. That nigga
Hey,
had nurse shoes
hey,
on with Velcro on them. You know what I'm saying? Man,
hey.
cut it out. Look, say,
D,
man, look, all
D,
I can tell
I'm gonna
y'all,
leave
man, and
you
this is
alone,
how we get
man,
down.
because we gonna figure out why that curl never took. That
Man,
curl would never take on your head. It was
hey, you
always
know why,
straight.
man? Because I
Don't
had
worry about
Indian
it.
in my family.
Just say, man. Just say, man, how did your hair catch on fire? Never mind. Let's go, man. Holler at me.
Anyway, man, I appreciate you coming on, man. Look, it's always a good time. I love talking to you,
Say,
my brother.
man.
You know what I'm saying? Look, hey man,
Say, man.
y'all listen to the two cats out the funk, bro. And this is how we get down, man. It's all love, man. I
Good
done watch this man
good
grow from
days
a boy to a
ahead.
man, you know what I'm saying?
We
You know
have
what I'm
some good
saying?
days.
This the only dude I knew that, you know what I'm saying, after the 7th grade was the only nigga that still ate bookers. So all I can tell y'all, man, is this is a real good dude. This is a real good dude, man. Y'all follow y'all. Oh shit. Y'all follow this man. You know what I'm
Oh,
saying?
man.
Oh shit.
Hey,
Look,
hey,
look,
man.
man, look, I done fucked up the
Oh,
church's money. Hold on, man. I done fucked up the church's money, man. Look, all I can tell y'all, man, look, y'all, if y'all not following Ronnie Mitchell, man, y'all need to
man.
go follow this dude. You know what I'm saying? Y'all need to follow this dude.
Hey,
Uh,
man.
he's he a real good dude, man. He got a lot of information to share, man. Ronnie, this will not be your last time on this show, bro. I swear to God.
Hey,
You know what I'm
man.
saying? I love you to death, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, man, I love you back, bro, man. You can't tell
Hey,
everybody
hey.
I was eating boogers after 7th grade. That's cold blooded, man. That's cold. I ain't think nobody seen me either. I was a crunchy little boy. Boy, I got. Let me tell you, D. I'm just letting you know. I'm be on your behind, boy. You
Hey,
just wait.
man, look. Say, man,
I
look.
got to save some up for you for the next podcast, so you just stay right there.
Look,
That's
man,
fucked up, man.
I'm
I
gonna
can't
try. Hey, man,
believe.
Ron, I really would love for you to be a weekly guest, man. You know what I'm saying? All the way up till we get to the charity event, man. I love talking to you, man. The audience love you, bro. You know what I'm saying? You a solid cat,
Say,
bro.
man.
You know what I'm saying?
Tell the audience. Yeah, yeah. Boom, boom. Okay,
Hey,
okay.
hey, hold up. See, that's the problem. That's the problem. You know what I'm saying? Your ass always jiggling and twerking and shit. I tried to tell you
Say,
this back in the
man.
ballroom, bro. This the only cat I
Watch me
knew.
twerk.
This the only cat I knew had some Umbro hoochie daddy shorts on. Ain't never played a lick of soccer in his life.
Say, man. Don't leave me alone. Say, man. I'm out of here, man. I appreciate you, man. I'll get
Yeah,
up
for
with you
sure.
next time, B.
Already,
All
man.
right, man.
All right, have a good
One,
night,
man.
brother.
Later.
Later. Hey, look, y'all, man. I hope y'all enjoyed this. You know what I'm saying? I love all of this, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is what we got to do, man. We got to start giving people their flowers while they here. You know what I'm saying? There's so many different ways that we can show appreciation for people, and we got to find reasons to do that. We have to find reasons to celebrate people. You know while they're here. Celebrate the people in the win. You know what I'm saying? And that's what we doing. You know what I'm saying? We got to bring awareness to the shit that's going on in the community. We got to change the community, man. We got to make things better for us. Because remember, we the ones getting old. You know what I'm saying? And we want this younger generation to be able to look after us and to support us the same way we did for ours. So with that being said, man, I'm gonna shoot out of here, man. I appreciate y'all, man. I love y'all to death, man. You know what I'm saying? Let's keep this shit going. You know what I'm saying? I'm coming on. I'm coming at y'all, and this is how we gonna do it every week, baby. I'll let your boy.